With just a few extra minutes, you can also see an increase in your eBay sales. All without spending even a penny extra. I always thought I needed to just buy more stuff in order to make more money on eBay. Yes, it's true. The more inventory you have listed, the better the chance you have to make more sales and more money. But then over time, you start running into storage problems, which then leads to problems finding sold items and canceled sales. If that wasn't enough of a headache, then you had to spend hours revising old listings by reducing the price. I mean, get real. We need and want to see more money coming in than we have going out, right? That can't happen when your inventory is gathering dust. Well, I just may have the 2-minute trick to give your sales a hefty boost. If you're watching this, you are likely in the same boat I was several months ago. Inventory numbers around 2,000 items and sales around $200 to $400 a week. Working hard finding good products at thrift stores, then listing them only to have about 2 to 5 items sold per day. At that time, I was buying more than 5 items per day and slowly running into storage problems. Crunching the numbers revealed I was barely even making a profit at all. The solution: sale events. Since I started doing this, my sales have increased sometimes by factors of 3 or 4 times what they were before. My inventory actually decreased, and I am even having fun again because I am no longer dependent on buying more items. It has allowed me to focus on buying better quality, more valuable items instead of high quantities of lower profit items just because I was desperate for more sales. I was shocked to learn that many sellers don't know about this feature or have a very hard time figuring out how to do it. So, Carlos, this video is for you. As a disclaimer, I have to insert that the charts shown in the beginning are not real but only representations of what can occur under the right circumstances. Of course, your results will vary. I will take you through step by step how to set up and launch a sale event using my own seller page and launching an actual sale. First, go to your Seller Hub page. You may have to click on Manage My Store or go to Selling subcategory to find this page. From here, pull down the list from the Marketing category and click on Discounts. Look for the blue box labeled Create Discount, then click it. Then from the pull-down list, click on Sale Event. Starting from the upper left side of the screen, the first question asked is, how much of a discount are you going to offer? Highlight the number, then change it to whatever you want. I sometimes get aggressive and put in large numbers to really push out older inventory. More on that later, but for now, I am going for 40% off. Next, scroll down a bit to set the duration of the sale. It is preset to end at midnight, but you set both the start and end times as well as the day. Just click on the calendar icon to adjust the day. I will go for just a 2-day weekend sale. I find that these sales work best on the busiest days, and weekends are often higher sales days. The preset dating is for 1 month, so if you want a shorter time frame, just click on the tiny arrow in the upper left corner of the calendar to go back to the current month. As you can see here, I am only doing a 2-day sale, which will end midnight on Sunday. Once you have those details set, move over to the right side and click on Add Items. Get familiar with this page by noticing there is a gray scroll bar on the bottom because the content is wider than your screen. There are 5 filters we can use to make this much easier than adding one item at a time. Since my goal is to move old inventory, I primarily only use the Days on Site filter, but sometimes I do use the price filter. Since I am being aggressive today, I will select everything that is over 60 days old. To do that, just click on the Days on Site filter and enter 60 in the From box and an extremely large number like I did here to make sure even the oldest items get selected. Next, just click on Apply. On the next screen, it says that I have 1209 items matching the filter I set. You can go through the whole list and only pick certain ones, but that kind of defeats the purpose. Instead, just click on the small empty box next to the word Photo. This selects all the items, but slow down here and notice it only actually selected 200 items. So, all you have to do is look on the right side of the screen and click on Select All. Now notice it says all 1209 items have been selected. Now go back to the bottom right side of the screen and finally click on Add Items. Before moving on, notice what happened. Only 1,000 items were actually added. Well, this is another limitation that is preset. Suppose you rush over to add the rest, but forget to set the Days on Site filter. Now, it is showing much more than the 209 we were hoping to see. We could just cancel and start over, but you can remove newer items you don't want to be in this sale by clicking on Remove Items and selecting the Days on Site filter. Then entering 1 to 59 days. Then you can remove them from the sale. You can see here that we still have 2 extra items added, but they're most likely in the 59 to 60 days category, and so I will just let them slide. Now you can finally go over and hit that launch button. Now it takes you to the performance page and shows a chart of the sales made for the month using discounts. Scroll down just a bit and see that the sale event you just created is showing as pending. Don't worry, that is what is supposed to happen. Very soon you will start to see sales pouring in. Be warned though, I have gone from 3 or 4 sales per day up to 20. Make sure you have enough packing materials and boxes on hand so you don't have to delay shipping on some items. This chart shows my sales for the month of May. This weekend will mark just the 9th and 10th days with the sale event. I have had to neglect the eBay business for a while, so have not had many sales or been able to go out and buy more products. The upper light blue parts reflect sales made with discounts, while the bottom part reflects sales without discounts. My advice is to focus on higher value items that will still allow you to mark down the price by 50% and have a profit from that. Lower price items produce smaller profits, if any, and also require you to expend resources and time just to break even in the end. Hope this was helpful. Please drop a comment if you have something to add or a request for a video on something else.